The Cobra Fang II tilt-rotor aircraft was released in 1989. The aircraft was featured in G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, as a boss in Level 3, Stage 1, the supercomputer base under New York. The Cobra Fang features aerodynamic multi-operational rear stabilizer, variable air intake modulator induct nozzle equalizer, front end flak-proof stabilizer winglets, electronic F4000 GR7500 power turbine modulator, thermal-powered velocity generated intake duct, dual tri-blade turbo rotors, stratodynamic wind-resistant thermal shield cockpit, 6 AIM-33 air-to-air crusher missiles, low visibility ultra-sensitive signal intensifier antenna, flat plate shock-proof anti-armor canopy, and a 20mm secto barrel impulse long-range cannon. The main gimmick of this aircraft are the twin positionable jet engines. There's a wheel that is turned in the middle of the wings. The engines move so that the propellers are facing up. The bar that connects the engines is set so that the engines can hold their position. But this can be worn out, leaving the engines loose and dropping so that the propellers face down. The AIM-33 crusher missiles are held on the Fang II by dumbbell pegs. The 22mm secto barrel cannon can move up and down and side to side. The figure that pilots the vehicle is very loose on there. There is no kind of back peg to hold him in. He fits alright, but it could have been done better. It does say that it has a stratodynamic wind-resistant thermal shield cockpit, so I'm assuming what this means is that the cockpit fits pretty low so that the figure doesn't get hit by the wind, but that doesn't seem to be the case here. It definitely needs some kind of windshield.
G.I. Joe will return after these messages. Now back to G.I. Joe.
The Fang II is the boss in Level 3, Stage 1, the supercomputer base located under New York City. Snake Eyes is the leader for this mission. He and 2 other Joes ride an elevator down the sewers to fight the Fang II at the bottom. The vehicle flies back and forth, stopping only to drop missiles. This version of the Fang II has its propellers facing to the rear. If you try to mimic this with the toy, it doesn't really work. The propellers still want to face down. The second stage is more of the sewers, where your team has to plant bombs around the area before fighting the AI computer. Now, I only mention this because there is no AI computer toy, and I think there were enough toys at this time to make the list, so I think this is a really strange decision. The Fang II is special to me. Before I collected toys seriously, I was building model kits. Then I picked up this vehicle at the Santee swap meet, and I decided to restore it. I got new decals from Toy Hacks and they look great. After I was done building it, I fell in love with the vehicle and I began to collect more seriously. This vehicle also began the adventure to make a childhood dream of mine come true. I always wanted the toys from G.I. Joe, a real American hero for the NES. At the time, I had never seen all of these figures before, or any of the other vehicles. I mean, except for Raptor, because I had bought him when I was a kid. This was the first step to making that a reality. I hope you enjoyed this review of the 1989 Cobra Fang II, and stay tuned for more reviews.